It began with whispers, strange tales from the backwoods of Kentucky. Farmers spoke of shadows moving in the night. Valuables went missing. There were no signs of forced entry, no witnesses, just an unsettling silence. Then the stories reached Detective John Holloway's desk. A seasoned cop with a nose for the unusual, Holloway initially dismissed them as rural folklore. But when a string of similar incidents hit his own city, his gut told him something was very wrong. The first case that caught Holloway's attention was the disappearance of a prized racehorse from a heavily guarded stable. Then came the theft of priceless artifacts from a private collection, replaced with strange, cryptic symbols. The press had a field day. They dubbed the perpetrators the Phantom Syndicate. The name stuck, fueling public fear and speculation. Holloway felt a growing unease. He had a bad feeling about this. The Phantom Syndicate's activities escalated. Banks were robbed in broad daylight. High-security vaults were emptied. The city was on edge. The police were baffled. Every crime scene yielded no trace of the perpetrators, only their calling card, a stylized raven symbol. The media frenzy reached fever pitch. Journalist Caleb Mercer, known for his investigative prowess, saw an opportunity. He dove headfirst into the mystery, determined to uncover the truth behind the Phantom Syndicate. Mercer's investigation led him down a rabbit hole of urban legends and conspiracy theories. He heard whispers of a secret government project, codenamed Nightingale, shut down decades ago after a catastrophic incident. The project, he learned, involved psychic research and attempts to weaponize the human mind. Mercer couldn't shake off the feeling that this was connected to the Phantom Syndicate. Could they be a product of the failed experiment? He decided to share his findings with Holloway. The detective, initially skeptical, found himself agreeing. Holloway and Mercer joined forces, their investigation taking them to the heart of the government's clandestine operations. They uncovered classified documents detailing the Nightingale Project. Led by the enigmatic Dr. Edgar Crane, the project had attempted to harness psychic abilities for espionage purposes. But something went terribly wrong. The test subjects, individuals with latent psychic potential, couldn't handle the experiments. The project was deemed too dangerous and shut down. Dr. Crane disappeared, presumed dead, but there were rumors, whispers of a surviving test subject, a young man named Daniel Hayes, driven mad by the experiments. Hayes, the documents revealed, possessed an uncanny ability to manipulate electromagnetic fields, rendering him virtually invisible. He could also influence minds, planting suggestions and instilling fear. Could this be the key to the Phantom Syndicate's modus operandi? Following a trail of cryptic clues left behind by the Phantom Syndicate, Holloway and Mercer found themselves at the abandoned Blackwood Asylum. This was where the Nightingale Project had been conducted. A sense of dread washed over them as they stepped into the dilapidated building. The air was heavy with the weight of past horrors. As they ventured deeper into the asylum, they found more of the raven symbols, this time painted on the walls in what looked like blood. Suddenly, they were ambushed. A group dressed in black, their faces obscured by masks, surrounded them. A struggle ensued, but Holloway and Mercer were no match for the assailants' uncanny speed and agility. As they lay restrained, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Daniel Hayes, his eyes burning with an eerie light. But Hayes was not in control. He was a puppet, his mind enslaved by a malevolent entity, a vengeful spirit born from the collective suffering and rage of the Nightingale Project's victims, the entity they called the Revenant. The Revenant, speaking through Hayes, revealed its plan. It sought revenge on the world that had created it, using the Phantom Syndicate as its instrument. A grueling battle of wills and wits ensued. In the end, exploiting a flicker of humanity remaining in Hayes, Holloway, and Mercer managed to sever the Revenant's control. The entity, weakened and disoriented, was banished back to the depths of the asylum. With the immediate threat contained, a sense of relief washed over them. But it was a hollow victory. The Phantom Syndicate was no more, but the fear remained. The knowledge of what lurked in the shadows, of the government's hubris and the terrifying consequences of their experiments, left an indelible mark. And deep down, a chilling question lingered. Was the Revenant truly gone, or merely biding its time, waiting for the opportune moment to resurface? The answer, Holloway feared, was only a matter of time. The city held its breath, bracing for the phantom's return.